Hey guys! Hello everyone, it's me. This is a daily devotional video for December 9th. And I am looking up the passage for today. So give me a minute to do that. Ooh, that's one page off. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. Um, the passage for today is John 13:3-15. Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and was going to God, rose from supper, and laid aside his garments, took a towel, and girded himself. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel with which he was girded. Then he came to Simon Peter. Peter said to him, "Lord, are you washing my feet?" Jesus answered and said unto him, "What am I doing? What I am doing, you do not understand now, but you will know after this." Peter said to him, "You shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered him, "If I do not wash you, you have no part with me." Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head." Jesus said to him, "He who is bathed needs only to wash his feet, but is completely clean. And you are clean, but not all of you." For he knew who would betray him, therefore he said, "You are not all clean." So when he had washed their feet, taking his garments and sat down again, he said to them, "Do you know what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you say, well, for so I am. If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you." And the title for today's devotional is Clean Feet, Clean Heart. Israel can be a dusty place, and sandaled feet get filthy walking to and fro. In ancient times, the person entering a home removed his sandals and cleaned his feet. Or if the homeowners were wealthy, servants would do the washing. This distasteful but necessary task fell to the worker of lowest position in the household. Imagine the disciples' surprise when the Son of God puts himself in the role of a lowly servant and knelt to wash their feet. The need for such a service was great, as they had been traveling for some time, but not one of them offered to do it. Jesus did more than fill a need. He offered an object lesson. As he explained, "I gave you an example that you also should do as I did to you." That's John 13:15. Some churches have incorrectly interpreted this as a command to make foot washing an ordinance. But it's possible to perform a ritual without contemplating the significance of Christ's actions. In fact, the washing isn't the main point. It's the attitude that counts, not the act. Jesus desires that we be willing to humble ourselves to serve others. He's looking for men and women who will ignore pride, position, and power in order to do whatever must be done, wherever it needs doing, and for whoever requires assistance. Jesus performed his greatest and most humble acts of service within 24 hours of each other. He washed dirty feet by using hands that would then be pierced by nails. The message here is that every task God gives us is important to his kingdom. I love that. I'll never forget one time I was on a summer retreat with a bunch of the teens from my church, and the speaker it was two people, but only one spoke. But it was a woman in her, like, I would say mid-50s maybe, I don't know, and then a man obviously in his 70s, and she and I just loved her. She was a powerful speaker, but wasn't like, she was a powerful speaker, but she was quiet spoken, if that makes any sense. But when she spoke, there was power there. And I remember this next to last day before we left, and we also had meetings in this big large room. All the teens came in, and she would speak. And after she spoke this one time, she said, "Just a minute, you might not be ready for it, and you might not be used to it, but it's something I feel in my heart I want to do. It has significance, it has importance, and I want to do this for you as an example, as being an example of Christ's love." And she had already prepped ahead of time, and she washed every teenager's feet. And it's a little bit uncomfortable. You're there with your bare feet sticking out, maybe a little dirt between your toes, with all. And you have to show a strange woman who you've never seen before, and who you don't know very well, washing your feet. And by the end, a lot of these teenagers were just overcome by emotion of that act, of this woman washing our feet. And I'm getting emotional, I'll never forget that as long as I live. It's very profound, and I love that Jesus was saying here, instead of trying to decide to figure out who's the greatest person, you can tell whoever's the greatest will become a servant. The one who I will see as the greatest is the one who is like a servant, never putting themselves first, never thinking about what they want. It's about, how can I serve others? How can I make others happy? How can I make someone's day better? How can I be a servant? How can I serve in my life, in my church, in my community, in my family, in my circle of friends? How can I be a servant? Jesus 100% had a servant's heart. And we need to have a servant's heart. This devotional just really hit me after experiencing a foot washing from a total stranger back when I was a teenager. I never forgot that. Jesus did more than fill a need. He offered an object lesson. As he explained, I gave you an example that you also should do as I did to you. John 13:15. In fact, the washing isn't the main point. It's the attitude that counts, not the act. Jesus desires that we be willing to humble ourselves and serve others. He's looking for men and women, boys and girls who will ignore pride, position, and power in order to do whatever must be done, wherever it needs doing, and for whoever requires it. That is the heart of this. That's the heart of servanthood. Is doing just that. Do whatever must be done, wherever it needs doing, and for whoever requires assistance. I want that to stick in your head today, guys. Really think about that. I'm going to go ahead and go. I love you guys. I say it often, but it's true. I love you guys so much. And I'm going to go ahead and go. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow.